Indian news ma wakɔ aba assign the ba wɔn kasa fidie so bio. Na maka trust before anything else na just our share na ebiem nso kwa na wo subscribe to your channel no. What's the political news there? Never governance. We catch you sapani put for my yet. Na pani to for my yet there. Ani na nsɛm foforɔ bi nso asan esi. Benim sɛ wo de nsɛm ade bɛn na ya na ya wote na ya wɔhɔ na ya wɔfɛ nso so. Nti no nsɛm foforɔ bi asi a India news yen so pani ye to for me baby e ti nyina chi no yen sa atumi aka bi na yaso anso atimi atisa ensemi bi yen tie nsem member sisi a na mpanifo mpo se kakum no ye che no koku enum de ba before that no subscribe to your channel no sabeka all other news fa politics one de opesa wo tie no ho etie ba e be baby asusu anso peso de body no fa na de asie bia no so fa comment anso to ase ne yen kenkan informaw de ready na emeko yen tie nsem member sisi a utie no fa comment to ase ba be mfa nchemu no nso ento aso yentie mra
Munya hwe ma Ghana ntoni bibi a osua firi mu ha anya de ono na hunu na Ghana fo begina so ato aba anya de ono kan de Agyapong hunu na Ghana fo begina so ato aba o de Ghana fo na to aba na hunu na begina so ato aba enti on de wonka ewiase saa na ewiase tie Any person who in China doesn't hook up Cobia. Who's that? This is for the common running some more running to me. One more message. You know, Bondi, coming Krama. And the next Canada, the point in Hawk about this for no says, when you're coming crown on Fibomoa, and you'll be young, Mama. We MPP now one person MPP Dean Bayra. MPP legacy Bayra dia. One control about Mobia, unbelievable in MPP. It's as simple as ABC. Do your delegate now, Kotraba? Now, Obia Jones on the MPP near here or Ghana ha into a movie papa be okudna so ababy be amoma na so bokwa traba mana.
Wow. And so me I was wondering sir Honorable Agyapong be presidential candidate of the New Patriotic Party. Why legacy suna oko general campaign is Kwame Nkrumah Anakufuado Anakufo. Asem sebe ijama tifo.
Na me pese me yadi ho adwuma sisi a me de ma Mr. Santi.
Okay.
Na asema Honorable Agyapong kai no. Me ni ji ho.
Okay.
Me ni ji ho wa yi bi wa kese minti interview ni nyina. But enema no okeka se no nti ne ma party ni lusu ye no. So far the matter me nti se okasa dotaba make mu ni ntra. Interview oni kwesi prat ye no. Misali ba cho me dia ma me da to platform no so ma download ni sisi. Enema okeka ye no. Edidi jasem ene wasi ne maybe as a corruption related issues bi ni ne maybe a we partners with any other party for NT ni other no. A lot of them may I side with him. DDP ceremony other nyina a lot of them I side with him. But you no then na ye Dr. Bamu Baumia. So na bia no aka say no echi no me that be no mu program no. But from Friday and Saturday started buying. Sekaye na kwaka say Dr. Mahmoud Baumia
and Obia nim say bit say DDP. Bit say E11 na ba Obia for aso. Obia nim. And no can Agyapong person verify. Obetime be say from the colleague cabinet ministers no.
Yes.
Say na ba Obia support it. Obia nim.
Eti wakeka ni nyina ma mitimi me menya now obi kai I'm comforted. The fact is say obi ti so Honorable Agyapong wa agiatum say enye Dr. Baumia the kremu a woye enti na saade no by Mr. Sadbacho media amount kwekwe wo platform say that
audio na
a video about 2 minutes ka obetimi I tima agba ma ka mani beje ho pa se de be ya kwa me kasa de ka metwa so ba na isi wode ba na metwa we no so and then about 2 o'clock MPP Patriotic Institute and MPP National Council for Akabum a program be a war Patriotic Institute a war NPP headquarters and then 4th August until 4th August 1947 and I UGCC na UGCC so nam so and na ema yebeti UP and na ababa P MPP it MPP for a take come history na ifi first 4th August on and eba. Today you know the first political party buyer na share the rights of the people na that even do na Aboriginal Rights Protection Society now but omo de na yen asem iti ende at the 78 years ye be kwa koka ho asem e wo Patriotic Institute iti unya kwanya 2:00 na wafa ho na baby MPP yin chifri ba no ya ba behwe na ya hwe the core values of the party ya hwe human rights civil liberties any equalities kwa fa so team develop in a democracy kwa kuni nyina no ye beka ho ase of course free market nyina no ye beka ho ase ti about 2:00 jwede kese no ebekoso
omo join no
social media Patriotic Institute Facebook by you know ye be share amobia etimi ahwebi owura ha go so adima ene betina adwam.
All right, Asante, are you ready? I'm here, Mona. Minjo Mukwan.
Oh, come there with me idea about
appointment. They will tell them we are not here because of them. People looking for jobs, they will tell them. People that went for MPP, they will tell them to go online.
Polls have closed. We have a winner, Bernard Bediako-Baidu. Tell us, what did Bernard Bediako-Baidu's contenders poll in today's primary?
Okay, so Bernard Bediako-Baidu, let me say that he is currently the constituency secretary for the NDC in Akwatia. He also represented the former MP Henry Wati-Yadom against an Eskumi in court when they were battling for the 2020 election petition in court. And I should say that his win today is a boost for the NDC because the party people were saying that if either Erasmus Ali Kone or Henry Wati-Yadom won the election, there would have been division. So once lawyer Bediako-Baidu has won, they believe that there will be unity moving forward ahead of the September 2nd by-election.
But you've not given us the figures. What did Bernard Bediako-Baidu's contenders poll in today's primary? Do you have the figures?
Okay, so the total vote cast was 976. Bernard Bediako-Baidu has 380. Erasmus Ali Kone had 366. Then the former MP Henry Wati-Yadom, who was battling an Eskumi in court, had 232.
So earlier during the midday news, you gave us a sense of the security during the election. Give us a sense of the security during the election.
Yeah, that is true. There was tight security from the morning and from the entrance of the GCD Walker Park. So once you enter the place and you want to enter the park, you could find so many policemen around the place. I could count more than 100 of them at a point. When you enter the inner perimeter too, you could find a lot of them. They were all armed. So I spoke to the district commander for the area, and he told me that they were rehearsing towards the September 2nd elections because they are taking information that there could be some disturbances in the area.
Of course, the winner has been speaking. What exactly has he been saying?
He has actually not spoken now. As I speak, it is raining over here in Akwatia. So I'm sure after the rain, he will speak to the media.
But what has been the reaction of party supporters there?
Okay, so they were jubilating when he left the scene and also when he was declared by the electoral commissioner.
Okay, thank you very much. Kofi Siao, he's our Eastern Regional Correspondent, and he monitored the NDC's primary for us today.
Let's bring in the Deputy General Secretary of the NDC, Musa Fagbandi. I know he has been on the ground, part of the advanced party that went there, did the groundwork ahead of this particular primary. Joins us on the line right now. Musa Fagbandi, happy with the outcome?
Oh, I am very, very excited.
What excites you the most?
Because we as a party have given the opportunity for a candidate emerging out of primaries, representing the choice of the people. At this point in time, the candidates that have emerged out of our brothers who have contested election is one that speaks for purpose, one that, is of standard to replace the unfortunate loss of our brother Ernest Yaokumi. If you look at the pedigree of people who should represent a constituency, you definitely would say that the person's knowledge and credentials add up to the dividends that would take to the constituency. So if you take an MP who goes to sit in parliament for 4 years, 8 years, without impacting on parliament, invariably the person's growth is slow. But if you take somebody who can contribute, somebody who can demonstrate capacity and capability, then of course the acceleration in terms of impact is very high. And lawyer Bediako have been a constituency secretary, obviously a grassroots person at the constituency. The 2024 election, he was one of the foundations and the pillars behind the election of Okoyo, the MP who have lost, the former MP. And so he's at the center of these two other candidates who have contested. And for me, being a lawyer and replacing our demised brother Ernest Yaokumi, who has just finished his law school and unfortunately leaving us, the NDC is happy to present this candidate as one that have what it takes to attract center of attention and development to the area.
I mean, he won, yes, but the margin is pretty slim. 380 from the reports we're getting from our reporter. 380 he polled. Ali Kone comes in with 366. That's very close. Often when you have a very close contest, you leave people unhappy, but those also disgruntled. The party must close ranks.
No, what it means is that all three candidates were very capable. But there's no election where you have two or more candidates contesting. One person will definitely have to emerge. Now, going into that election, all of us, including the candidate, the three of them knew that after the election today, we are going to share ourselves into teams to ensure that the winner is able to help the NDC to win that seat for the people of Ghana and to also demonstrate a collective rejection and punishment of the MPP for their role in our hardship and pain in the last 8 years. So this is a communal labor, a communal responsibility of all of us. And so we know that all of us at the level of the party are going to come together to ensure that we get the winner elected as a member of parliament in this by-election.
Looking to level up your life and business game? Welcome to the #1 podcast for business and self-development, Connected Minds Podcast. Join our host, Derek Abaite, as he dives deep into strategies, insights, and real-life stories that will help you make smarter choices for a happier, more successful life. Don't miss out. Stay connected with us. Tune in to the Connected Minds Podcast, where growth begins with a great conversation. Available now on all major platforms.
Now, how confident are you that the candidate you have selected today would win the by-election on September 2?
Well, I mean, the MPP obviously have no business going to this by-election in the first place. If you look at the deficit of development in that area, no national executive of the MPP in the last 8 years went to Akotia to even check on development. Akotia is just 45 minutes away from Nanado's backyard, from Achim. Nanado has failed to develop that constituency of 8 years being in power. It is only fair and reasonable that the people will partner with the new government to drive development in the area. And it becomes more accelerative if you have a member of parliament like it's going to happen, so that development can reach out to the people of Akotia in this government. It's only reasonable. 2, the MPP today didn't go to primary. They imposed a candidate on the people of Akotia
they didn't give their party the opportunity to select a popular candidate among them. So you are going to see divergence in terms of even the candidates they have. But today, because we had gone to primaries and we have won and we are going to put ourselves together, you will see us more stronger as a political party than the MPP. So this is what gives me the confidence that the candidate is going to win, plus the credentials of the candidate, both politically and professionally. If you put that together, let the MPP come and talk about the credentials of the candidate they have gone to impose on a constituency.
But Mr. Banda, you don't really need this seat, do you? Already you have a 2/3 majority in Parliament. Why is this seat so important for you?
Need this seat to help Ghanaians echo the punishment they want the MPP government, past government and their party to experience for what they have done against the people of Ghana. Number two, it just demonstrates that what they were doing to people in the Volta region is the same way they were maltreating the people in the eastern region. What it also means is that the effect of bad governance is felt across the country. So we need this seat because the people of Ghana will continue to vote against the MPP as a symbol of punishment and rejection of bad governance other than mere politics. And so we need it badly. If we have an opportunity, the MPP should lose even the 80-something that is left for them to know that as a political party, you cannot be a vehicle that individuals use to suffocate and to destroy the country like they have done and go unpunished. That is why we need a seat badly. We also need a seat because the MP should be able to walk to the Jubilee House, convince the president to take development to the people of Akotia. If their own government in 8 years couldn't help the place, how more would an MP in opposition help the place? So if they vote for the NDC MP in Akotia will be able to reach out to government easily to pull development to the area.
And that day is the Deputy General Secretary of the NDC, Musa Fagbande. Thank you very much talking to us about that development story with the election of its parliamentary candidate for the Akwatia by-election. Let's go to Parliament now, where the minority on Parliament's Economic Committee is accusing banks of deliberately suppressing public demand for dollars to maintain the currency at the official rate set by the Bank of Ghana.
While speaking to journalists, the ranking member of the Economic Committee, Agyapong Nkrumah, said the minority supports the central bank's decision to investigate the alleged limitation of Forex supply by banks.
That's what the finance minister said, and that's why we told him on the floor that the propaganda won't help you. The facts will not support the argument you are making. They could not also dispute the IMF's argument that in the first quarter they invested about $1.4 billion of our reserves. They dumped it onto the market to try to suppress the currency. They could not dispute it. They said they didn't have the most recent data, but then they will work to get the data. And then we asked them to give us historicals, which they will be bringing as well. On the matter of shortage of currency, it was a bit contentious. In one breath, the governor argues that the Bank of Ghana thinks that there's no shortage. In another breath, he does not dispute the argument from the traders that they are not getting the dollars. And so they are beginning to suspect that the banks are not trading all that they have to trade, or that some of the banks may be holding Forex in their nostro accounts. And that's why they have announced that they will interrogate that. Again, I asked him a specific question. Have they noticed any breach in the net operating positions of the banks or the application of the nostro account rules? They could not say they had noticed any breach. And so we put it to him that if you can't see any breach, then why do you suspect that the banks are, not putting all their Forex on the market, for which reason you have had to come and intervene? We are of the view that what the traders are saying is true and that the banks are, doing what they have to do. The traders suspect that the banks are suppressing demand by using this documentation argument, and in so doing, matching the suppressed demand to the supply so that the currency will stay at the official rate they've put it. And we put it to him. He said, well, what they are doing is that they are examining the nostro accounts, and then they are also going to keep a closer eye on the net operating positions on Forex of the banks. We think that's fair.
Well, he also claimed that the recent stability of the cedi is as a result of the policies implemented by the administration. And
they admitted a number of things. Number one, that the cedi is performing well, mostly because our external side is robust. In fact, when we checked the details of the data, you will find out that gold prices have shot up by about 43% as against the same time last year. But in terms of volumes, there has not been a significant change or even a doubling of our gold exports. It is the price that has changed, and the price has changed mostly because of the things that are happening on the uncertainty side on the global market. The government hasn't done anything about it. The price has gone up by about 43%. Incidentally, you notice that our CD has appreciated by about 42%. On the cocoa side, it was clear that the major increase in cocoa exports, coupled with about a doubling of the cocoa prices, is the reason for which we are earning a lot more from cocoa. Again, it's obvious that the government has not planted and harvested cocoa in the 6 months. So if the volumes are up and the prices are up, it's understandable where it all came from. So the governor admitted that the major reason for which we are experiencing a bump is because the external side has done very well. It's also been robustly supported by the gold purchase program, which was started in 2021. In fact, I asked him a specific question. Between 2016 and 2023, gold earnings went up just about 50%, but in 2023 and 2024 alone, it shot up by another about 50%. And the answer was that it's mostly because of the gold purchase program.
But the chairman of the committee, Eric Affle, has dismissed claims that there is shortage of dollars on the market.
Actually, he has proven all doubt that people should not be scared about any shortage in the market. We have built a lot of reserves, forest reserves, to meet any contingency. We have good shocks which can, move on any turbulence, being internally or externally. So people should not fear about the shortage of the Forex in this country.
And they talk about the fact that, yes, there's no shortage, but they've increased scrutiny of documents of importers. How different is that from what used to exist? Well, these are same importers
that is better. That is better. You see, they are doing this to avoid dumping of unnecessary goods and services in the country. That will have effect on your dollar. You see, I used to speak a lot on trying to make sure that our